know. The
Okay.
boy Marcus Long Life came
And
to,
I heard.
yeah,
Had to cop one early.
came to represent. Came all the way to the crib. So y'all want to support? Holla at your boy, you know what I'm saying? It's that move, juice, that Irish moss, you know? My come true. Yeah, forward.
Spicy pot, man. Get that food, man.
You
Get
know what I'm
that order.
saying? Came to bring me my thing, and I got his thing, you know what I'm saying? That sea moss, you know? So, y'all,
Like business
holla at
finest.
us, you know what I'm saying? Young entrepreneurs.
Yes, sir.
You already know what time it is. The boy Mike Mr. the host with the most I've need to brag no boast. All I ever did was give a toast to the real folks who didn't pave the way in the real way for us players to play. And I got in my right hand with me
Yeah.
WIGDGET in the building.
Yes, sir.
Legendary. Yo, you still spitting bars?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I'm trying to link you up with one of my homies from Jersey, man. Y'all could do a track together.
Have to connect those, make those connections for real.
My homeboy Boran, his brother named Kristan, he raps, you know, and he got some bars, man. He's pretty good, man. He's
Right.
actually one of the sickest MCs out there right now, you know. So
That's
I
dope.
want
That's
to
dope.
bridge that gap, you know, connect like Voltron, like we supposed to, you know.
No, that's a cold fact that should not be ignored. Shout out to Jersey. Jersey.
Jersey stand up, but yeah, man. So yeah, man, another one tonight for y'all, man. But the first thing I wanted to talk about is police brutality that's going on not only on stateside but down here as well, you know, in the MTL,
All across.
Canada, you know what I'm saying? For that matter.
It's no different.
You know, there was a case a while back in in to, Toronto where a kid lost his eye because of police brutality, you know?
Really?
And,
Oh wow.
yeah, and that cop never really got charged or reprimanded for it, you know? Probably got reprimanded, but he didn't get charged. They said it was justified and that he lost his eye because of kind of it was kind of like an accident type thing, you know. That's what they claimed, you know what I'm saying? And now we got justice for Nichols, which is the rapper YK. What was his name?
Yeah, that's right. YK.
Was it YK something else? Osiris or just YK? Anyways, YK Lyrical, I think.
That's right.
So now he ended up getting killed a little bit early, similar to Tyre Nichols, you know what I'm saying? But it was two different scenarios, you know.
Right.
What's the similarities between the two is he wasn't even supposed to be in Bordeaux at the time. Bordeaux's county, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? County jail. city jail or whatnot. You know, you know what I mean? Before you go to penitentiary, just county jail. You know. So this around Christmas time, actually on Christmas Day, he passed away. You know, which is a sad
R.I.P.
state of affairs.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Nichols. Senseless
Yeah,
negligence
man.
on behalf of the system and the whole board of staff.
Yeah, because this Christmas, I don't know, man. It just wasn't Christmasing like it usually was. It usually is, you know.
Right.
I felt the whole city wasn't even feeling that, man. You know what I'm saying? These are the things we got to deal with. Seem as though that,
This is the first or the second Christmas out of quarantine. Second Christmas out of quarantine, eh?
well, you could say that. I would say the first one, really out of quarantine. Because you
Right.
remember last year,
There were still rules and shit.
they told us not to go out during Christmas time or New Year's. They say if you were found out there around that time, you could have got a ticket or whatnot.
Right.
Yeah, last year this time, so it's kind of you know messed up. But that's what it is. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
But the fact that Nikos died at the hands of the police
On Christmas
and
Day,
he ain't do nothing.
him being illegally detained.
Illegally detained and all that. You know, what could they have been fighting him over to the point where they had to kill him, you know? Or he lost his breath, you know what I'm saying? So it's probably respiratory issues just like with Tyre Nichols, you know?
Mhm.
So these are things you gotta look at when we see the whole situation, you know?
Right.
It's devastating to know that we come to a situation in in society where you can't even like you don't even have to do nothing and they could take advantage of you, you know what I'm saying? You don't even have to do nothing. Just the fact that you're not complying to their laws and statutes is enough for them to well go above and beyond, you know, just to prove that they have authority, you know what I'm saying, that they're tough, you know? So it makes you think. Makes you really think and
Yep. No,
contemplate.
that's a fact. These guys, you got to question their conduct. Like, how did they really conduct themselves during these procedures? Um, being the fact that the man was supposed to be released the day prior to his passing. Um, I feel like the fact that that was the case is probably the reasoning behind his passing, right? Obviously, it's the reasoning behind his passing, but I'm saying within that, okay, so look at it like boom, he's supposed to get out on Christmas Eve, right? He didn't get out. So what are you gonna do naturally if you're not being released on a day that you know you're supposed to be released? You're gonna kick up dust. You're gonna ask the people what's going on. Why are you know what I mean? Why is your rights being taken advantage of? So I wonder if that had something to do with it. You know, him trying to defend himself and plead his case. Were they like
Well, I
so?
wonder how did he end up being illegally detained? You know,
Exactly,
there
that's what
are
I
the
mean. Like,
questions.
what was the reasoning behind him still being there, right?
Right.
And did that have something to do with his
Well,
passing? Obviously, it did, but I'm just saying, like, what was the exact reasoning behind it?
right. Well, that's a good question, man. What was the reasoning? You know?
You know, we need answers, man. We need answers. Uh, there's a rally for Nikos
Right.
coming up February 10th at starting at McGill Metro, downtown. Obviously, Sherbrooke exit. Um, February 10th. So that should be something that we'll be able to get some information from. We'll be able to feel the energy of the people at the same time, and
Right.
just really get to connect and see where everybody's head is at with this whole situation. Obviously, it's a delicate one, so we got to be delicate with it at the same time. But I definitely want to show up to that rally. I'm gonna see what exactly I have to do, but I'm gonna try my best to show up to the rally because the support is definitely what we need as a people. So I gotta pull
Let,
up.
let me show let me show y'all the flyer so y'all can see it right there.
Justice for Nikos.
Well, let me start by this one.
You see it, McGill Roddick Gates, 15A Sherbrooke West. Yeah, exactly. Sherbrooke exit. Got you. Friday, February 10th. It starts at 1 p.m. All right. All right. Justice for Nico's March and Rally. Yeah. I'm with all that. I'm down with that. I'm with
Yep.
that. That's what it is. We gotta
Block mode will be out there in full effect.
ain't no
Well,
justice, it's just us, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no
yep.
justice, it's just us, so we bussin'. Ain't no justice, it's just us, so we bussin'. Listen,
We need justice, but it's just us being down so the world stay fucked up.
real talk. Matter of fact, let me see something.
2021, this is the deaths in custody in Canada. Can y'all see that? In 1 year.
Not all cops are bad, but for them crooked ones, fuck y'all. R.I.P. Trey, chasing paper, I ain't R.I.P. to all the soldiers that we done lost. Say the screaming fuck.
The police on me.
So why does this keep happening?
What happened?
No, I'm just going through the flyer with them, the
Okay, okay.
post, so they could see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all can read what's going down. Who was Nikos, aka YK Lyrical?
Yo,
Yep.
I just sent you a chart on your messenger.
Okay. Okay.
Bump that.
I
It's
don't know if
just
it's gonna. I don't
me
know if
and
it.
Flee the Trap.
Well, you just bump it because I was hearing it. I was just hearing it.
You can actually hear it when I was bumping it?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let me get it right then.
So who was Nikos? Give we got some time to read that. And this is block mode, jungle track. You know what I'm saying?
The track is called No Justice.
This is from Concrete Jungle, one of the homies
Featuring Flea and
and
myself.
others on block mode. Featuring Flea.
Not all cops are bad, but for them
And
crooked ones,
Widget.
You can hear that?
WI.
you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Judge, no justice, just us, so we bustin'. No justice, no peace, so we bustin'. No justice, just us, so we bustin'. They just called it.
Yup. You froze up, homeboy. We demand. This is what the organizers of the march and the family demands. Justice, inquiry, look into what happened. All the officers involved, everything that needs to be done in order to bring this thing to where it needs to be. We demand lastly, our hope is that with this protest, we fight not only for Nichols but to strengthen the black community in Montreal. Can't let this happen again, but if it does, then we will be ready. Definitely. Fu Manchu. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put the StreamYard. In the comments if y'all people want to come up and chop it up with a player, while our boys getting back on track. I'm gonna sit back, relax, kick facts with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, There's no way that should have happened, especially on Christmas Day, man. Like, what a way to even spend Christmas as a black family, knowing that shit went down, and there was some foul play involved. That's why I can't really, I can't really co-sign no type of holidays, you know what I'm saying? Unless we get some justice around this piece. 'Cause it's real in the field, man. The same thing that's happening in the States right now was happening with us over here in Canada around Christmas time. And you've seen the long list of people that died in the custody of the police. So I ain't just pulling a rabbit out of a hat. This shit is crazy. Police brutality, all that police killing unarmed black people. They're making it seem like it's the norm now, like they'll do whatever, however they want to do it with with impunity. And it literally shows the disregard for human life that we're dealing with. It makes you think, man. What did our freedom fighters fight for? Was it all in vain? Hell no. You gotta think about it. They know that we're close to getting our reparations. We're close to smartening up, you know what I'm saying, and seeing what the damage that's done on a conscious level. And we want to break the cycle. What they
Generational
got to
curse.
do? They turn it up a notch.
Yep.
And act like it's not what it really is that we see in front of our eyes. They're trying to Jedi mind trick, some type of, magician, sleight of hand, sleight of eye type tactics, you know what I'm saying? So now Tyre Nichols his funeral was today, right? Yeah, all the regulars that come when things happen, and sensationalize Al Sharpton's. Ben Crump was there, from time. All the others, and you're looking at it, you're like, damn, dog, y'all gonna do all this just to get a bag, or is it really about justice? What is it really about? You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. You always got to question these motherfuckers because you never know. You never know. You know what I mean?
And then they're gonna.
Shit.
It's like the Democrats were pushing for that bill that they're trying to pass. You know what I'm saying? Some crazy ass bill. At a funeral, man, they're trying to push a bill, like, you know, the George Floyd bill, the George Floyd thing, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think they should have did that there, but hey, that's just me. But like we said, there's two sides to the equation, you know. There's a side of racism and a side of ignorance, and the fact that the media is gonna spin it how they want to spin it. So when we look at it like white supremacy, racism against blacks,
That's
they're
right.
gonna say no, it's not because he had something to do with it was just between him and he was messing with the guy's girlfriend, blah 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 blah, or all the guys were black, so it couldn't have nothing to do with that, and so on and so forth. But
Right.
when you break down the layers on what it's really about, this unit has been known to do other brutal acts to other people. You know what I'm saying? And they're familiar with it. So it becomes a question of whether or not police chief knew, which from judging from what we heard in our last video,
Mhm.
she was probably, you know, she pretty much knew what was going
What was
down.
going down?
But she's the one that brought the charges for on a second degree murder, right? So fast. But when you look at the whole play and you see it for what it's worth, that's first degree murder because it's premeditated. If it was over a girlfriend boyfriend relationship type, if if that's the narrative that they want to go with, you know, because that's what surfaced, you know.
Right.
And it was said that she was working at the same UPS or postal service as he was, you know. So there's a lot of variables, you know.
Right.
When you take a closer look, you're like, damn, how could this be? You know?
Nah, it's a fact, man. We gotta fix up as a people, bro. We're flawed in so many different areas, but we don't ever want to admit it. So it's like, damn, there is the proof that listen, brothers need some help, man. For real.
Yeah. But for the fact that they're looking at it like it's just an isolated incident, you know? It's not like I don't know, man. It's just weird to me, man. Because I feel like if that's the case and it was about an affair type thing or whatever, then those two white cops that are involved as well should be brought up on some type of charges because they probably were in on it too.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, they were there. They were definitely there. Um, yeah, it doesn't make no sense that they're not getting charged at all. They got to take some of that heat, man.
Yeah, so it's like, how far do you think it's gonna go? You know what I'm saying? How far do you think it's gonna go? 'Cause they definitely are not gonna want the narrative of him killing the dude over the girlfriend, you know? But that's being said. Now, if that comes up in court, I don't know. But for now, they're just being charged with murder in the second degree.
Right.
Or that's a little bit over manslaughter, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. What do you think about that?
I think they're trying to be as lenient as possible, which is biased, but it's not really fair. So it's kind of only reason why they're doing that.
Now, let me segue into Nicholas. Do you think Nicholas could get the people that did him and are going to get charged with at least second degree murder? Because they probably even get administrative leave.
I ain't gonna lie. I want to know what's gonna happen for real because you're right. They definitely need to get held accountable for what happened. So I'm gonna look into that next time. Maybe next
Yeah,
show after we'll
we'll
definitely
figure
discuss
that out.
what the situation is with that because we're in Canada, so the system is a different beast. It's still a system though, so we gotta you know rectify a couple things. I'm sure somebody out there knows something, so we gotta rectify. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, we gotta tap in and rectify this whole situation.
Hmm. Because ain't it something that, you know, in the States they're swift on the so-called rendering of the charges, but out here it's crickets. They don't even like explain to the general public what happened or anything like that. It was just like let's try to sweep this one under the rug. How you gonna sweep this under the rug? Also, because our numbers, there's not too many black folks out here, but there's a lot of black folks that are not really informed on what's going on, and that's part of the reason to why there was no charges brought up yet. You know what I mean? Whereas in the States, it's kind of like volatile, so I get it. But like, not everywhere, man. There's still police shooting people in the States, but their population is a lot larger than ours, especially their black population. So something to think about. Something to think about.
Nope, that's a fact.
It's like, how far do we have to go to get justice? How far do we gotta go to get answers?
Do we know where the justice is at?
Is justice even attainable in a system of injustice?
Right.
Because you can't call it a justice system if it's not just. You could just call it a just is system, because it just is. It's not just us.
Nope.
It just
Definitely.
is. You know what I'm saying? So now we gotta look at the whole thing from a different perspective. You gotta take a step back and be like, yo, we ain't getting no justice. What's the consequences on them not giving justice?
Now that's a good question right there. That's an excellent question.
You know? What will be the consequences? I think if we start from there, then we'll be on the right path. Seeing exactly what we can do. You know what I mean?
They got some explaining to do, fam. There's way too much recklessness going on. Their negligence has to be answered for. R.I.P. Nichols. The system obviously needs a new, first of all, needs to be investigated, be held accountable, and we need some kind of implication of something. We need y'all to put some work in, because right now whatever you're doing is not working. So we need y'all to put some work in.
Well, here's one of the victims of the Scorpion unit that were causes encounter. Months before this thing happened to our brother Tyre Nichols.
While just walking down the street.
Maurice Chalmers Stokes prefers not to show his face out of fear of retaliation, but he is very forthcoming about what happened to him the evening of October 1st, 2022. He says he was walking down Chelsea Avenue near University Street when unmarked cars started following him. Those inside had on ski masks.
They hopped out of bomb rush me. I was like, let me check your backpack. Don't try to run.
But he ran out of fear.
Or ended up taking off running. I had bounced off the gate. I hit my head on the gate. I didn't know who they was. It was an unmarked car, like regular cars like this. So I'm not thinking, y'all know police officers are top anyway. I'm already scared for my life.
He would soon learn those chasing him were police. This affidavit says the officers were assigned to MPD's Scorpion Team 1. On that team, 4 officers who've been in the spotlight over the killing of Tyre Nichols. Detectives D. Haley, D. Mills, and T. Bean. The same officers now fired and charged in the Tyre Nichols case. And also P. Hemphill, who is still under investigation. Chalmers Stokes says he had to speak out when he realized what happened, especially when he realized Demetrius Haley was one of the officers who caught him.
Right, I remember my backpack, he pushed me to the dead again. My head of Demetrius, when he flipped me over, he acted like he was going to punch me.
Chalmers Stokes says he was never told why police were chasing him, and he complained about his head injury, but got no attention. His attorney, Andre Wharton, says the glare of the Tyre Nichols story is shining light on more cases that deserve attention.
The Constitution speaks of unreasonable searches and seizures. This is totally unreasonable. The same thing happened to Tyre Nichols that happened to Maurice just months before.
And he questions discrepancies, he says, are in the police report that officers filled out.
With the medical attention, Maurice refusing medical attention, that did not happen. I don't know why that was put in there.
Now they hope to talk to city officials about this case too.
We don't want this to happen to somebody else. And so he saw counsel, and we're looking at exploring all means, including internal affairs investigation.
April Thompson, WREG News Channel 3.
Now, Maurice Chalmers Stokes was charged with theft of property after a stolen gun was found in his backpack following that stop. Wharton is not representing him on that criminal charge and says the stop itself was still unwarranted and without cause.
You see that? So that just goes to show you right there. There's kids terrified for their life of these assholes, you know? Here's Tyre Nichols' brother speaking on the situation.
These last few weeks.
Well, for the most part, it's just been a real roller coaster ride. It's like a never-ending nightmare, and we just try every day. Me and my family, and my sisters and my brothers, we just trying every day to just take one step each day. That's all.
One step each day. What do you want people to know about it?
I mean, what the people don't know about him. I mean, my brother's legacy is everywhere right now. Everybody knows that my brother was an innocent person. Everybody knows that my brother was filled with energy. He was like the light of the room. He cared about people. He put people before he put himself. Like he was very selfless. He was just all around a great person to be around. And it sucks that this happened to him. Like some people in this world, you just feel like that should never happen. It should never happen to anybody. But at the same time, it's like when you see a person like that, and you know a person like that, it just takes a toll on you different because he was really a people person. He was a people pleaser, and like the world's gonna miss a person like that.
I know that you've been very outspoken in what you believe should happen to these officers who are charged with murder. What do you think should happen?
Most definitely. I mean, I hope they meet the same fate as my brother. That's just how I feel. I mean, I don't know what the laws is in Tennessee or whatnot, but for me, I believe they deserve the death penalty.
What was your reaction when you saw that video?
That's the thing. I haven't watched it. But I already knew from looking at my brother, I already knew how they treated him. Because I've seen it all over the world. I've seen it right here in California all the time. Police brutality is nothing new. And I already knew. I seen them photos from him in the hospital. I already knew that they treated my brother like an animal. They beat on him like he was nothing. I don't have to watch the video to know that. So yeah.
You said on Facebook, you posted that basically saying that you were sorry that you weren't there to protect your brother. Are you feeling guilty about not being there?
Most definitely. Always, always. And I think I speak for all my siblings when I say that because my brother, I'm 99% sure my brother's never gotten into a fight before. And the one time he get into an altercation with other humans, we wasn't there to protect him. As growing up as kids, having an older brother or older sister and you get into an altercation, your older brother, your older sister will be there to help you. And on this night, January 7th, my brother was left alone. Because if I was there, they would have to kill me too. Because I would have fought all of them. I was trying to cooperate with them. I would have fought back for them.
And let me bring you into the conversation because there have been many developments. They seem to come every single day. There are 3 Memphis Fire Department personnel who have been fired. There are also 2 other officers now are on the leave, pending an administrative hearing. What's your response to that, and what questions do you have about it?
Well, John, I think as Tyre's family and certainly Jamal have been called for from the beginning, every last one of them should be held accountable for this this police lynching of Tyre Nichols everybody who was on that scene who contributed in any way should be held fully accountable. And the fact that they relieved the 2 officers weeks ago and were not transparent only brings further questions as to why the 5 black officers were fired and charged, and why were the others not charged. And so the family wants full accountability.
And did you see the original police report? And then, considering what the video
Exactly. The
shows,
family
how
wants
does
full
that line up?
accountability.
Pardon?
It is
The
consistent
family
with
wants full
what Ms.
accountability.
Tyree's mother said from the beginning
They
when
want
they told
everybody charged.
them that they could not go to the hospital because Tyree had been pepper sprayed and tased and that he was arrested. She said then, Don Lemon, and you talked with Ms. Rovon, that she's a very sincere person. She said she believed that she thought it was a conspiracy to cover it up from the beginning.
Ben, I've got to ask you, there's a lot of stuff out there, and I just, in the spirit of accuracy, right, and good journalism, did Tyree have any personal connection to the officers, or do you believe that this was completely random?
Don, the family knows nothing about these rumors. What we do know is that you saw multiple officers violating his civil rights. And we don't have to speculate about anything because they were operating under the color of law. And these police officers know that you cannot violate people's civil rights, Don Lemon. And this is nothing new to this Scorpion unit. When you think about the other citizens who said they were attacked like that. So this is a pattern and practice of police brutality, period, point blank.
Jamal, before we go, I just want to know, is there anything you want people to know about your brother, or what you want to see next from this?
I believe everybody knows my brother now. I've seen stuff on my brother from all across the country, even across the world, to be honest. And I think people really know that my brother did not deserve this. He was not that type of person. He was just, man, he was just a good guy around the board. So people know who he is. And again, I'm gonna say the same thing I've been saying. We want justice. We want everybody that was involved with this to, get that sentence.
New Cracker Barrel cheese sauce.
See that shit? It's a sad state of affairs, man. It's hard to really put it in words, man. It's just, well, here, let me give y'all a little bits of the funeral, what the family said at the funeral. When I said it this morning, I'll say it again. They need to stop asking the victims' families if the people should be rioting or they shouldn't be rioting. That has nothing to do with them.
Right.
That's how the people feel, man. So don't try to make them the scapegoat of if a riot happens or not. Because if it does happen, you're blaming them. If it don't happen, people are gonna be like, "Oh, y'all don't care about your family." Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like the media, when they do that, it's in poor taste. And then the police or whatever. The advocates for the police. Oh, let's listen.
Take this time to just share some things that you guys may not know about my baby brother. It's very hard to stand here, so bear with me. Tyre was my baby brother. Him and I are 11 years apart. He was so special to me, and he loved me, and I loved him dearly. You know, being the oldest of three boys, I had to watch my brothers take them places that I probably didn't want to take them, watch them at times when I didn't want to watch them. But with Ty, I didn't mind. He never wanted anything but to watch cartoons and a big bowl of cereal. So it was pretty easy to watch him. On the night of January 7th, my brother was robbed of his life, his passions, and his talents, but not his light. When my mother called me and said my baby brother was gone, I lost my faith. I cried. I screamed at God, asking how could he let this happen? And then my cries turned to anger, and anger turned to deep sorrow. And a pain I never felt when those monsters murdered my baby brother.
Oh man, it's so sad, bro.
Right.
I don't even want to watch the whole thing, man. I just want to hear what his mom had to say. You gotta give her that, respect.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out to pay tribute to my son. Tyre was a beautiful person, and for this to happen to him, it's just unimaginable. I promise you, the only thing that's keeping me going is the fact that I really truly believe my son was sitting here on an assignment from God. And I guess now his assignment is done, and he's been taken home. I want to thank, yes,
Tyler's gonna change the world, somebody said.
I want to thank all the community activists for being here for my family. I want to thank the chief of police for acting swiftly, the district attorney, the state of Tennessee. I want to thank my lawyers, Mr. Ben Crump.
Yes, sir.
And especially Kareem Ali. He has been our rock. He has been our rock. I just need whatever that George Floyd bill we needed passed. Because there should be no other child that should suffer the way my son and all the other parents here have lost their children. We need to get that bill passed. Because if we don't, that blood, the next child that dies, that blood is going to be on their hands. Thank you.
Give a hand to family. a hand to the family.
Oh no, man. Sick.
Sad state of affairs.
Yeah, man. Sad state of affairs. Makes you think, like, maybe we should do a whole Tyre Nichols bill too.
Pardon?
A Tyre Nichols bill. What's the George Floyd bill? What does that mean? I mean, is it you get charged right away?
Um, yeah, I'm guessing.
They have a whole statue of George Floyd and all that one. So it's crazy. They literally beat this kid to a pulp. And it's like these five guys that did this, don't they realize that they're done for? Because they're black? They're gonna throw the book at these cats. And then they're gonna say, see, justice has been served. Crazy. Man, I wanted to do a little review on the BMF thing, man, but I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow, man. Because new BMF season is alright. It's alright, you know what I'm saying? Give it some time to grow. But in episode 5, well, Meech is doing his thing. Southwest T is doing this thing. We got Lala in the show. You know, he's trying his best to get Lala and do his limousine business. And the feds is on to them. Not the feds, but the police and that crooked cop that once held Meech. So there's a lot to unpack, you know, but we're gonna do this tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Because a player like me has to get some Z's, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm about to be out this piece. So remember, before y'all go out this and do something stupid, ask yourself, what would Mac do? Because all I do is sit back, relax, smoke a pack of that dank, and kick tracks. You know what I'm saying? So salute to y'all. Keep it real in the field. Yeah, how they feel. R.I.P. Nico. R.I.P. Tyre Nichols. See how it's kind of the same name too? That's
I
scary,
know.
man.
Crazy still. That's crazy.
Yeah. So we're gonna follow up on this, man.
Definitely
And
no choice.
we already know. So your boy, Matt Mizzle. I'm out.
Salute, y'all.